Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, Twitch? What is up, YouTube? I hope everybody's doing just fine. We are online back again on a Sunday, looking to finish his apron. We started shading it yesterday, but there's still a lot of smoothing to do. Yeah, there's a lot that we can still improve. Pointless, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Just went live. Oh yeah, I have to do my announcement, my notifier. I forget it every time. All right. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm doing fine. How about you? You had your day off today, or how are things for you? Let's see. Just a little bit. I just want to get my palette centered. Yep. Day off today and tomorrow. That's even better, man. That sounds amazing. I'd love to have a day off tomorrow as well, but there are a bunch of holidays coming up. So there's some light at the end of the tunnel. By the way, I'm mixing a shade mix for his tarp. Don't want it to be too blue. But yeah, it is what it is. OBN, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing, yeah, I'm chilling. We just started stream. We did some progress since last time I seen you. Might still be too blue, to be honest. I think I need more green there. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, welcome back, mate. Yeah, we just went live. We're gonna keep working on this guy. Shading his apron. That's the goal for today, to get it finished, hopefully. Just looking for the perfect consistency, soft shade. Yeah, no worries, mate. Just glad to see you. Hope you're doing fine. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. One of the recent streams, we were even looking at some of your work that you posted on Discord. Yeah, thanks for posting. Those were pretty nice, man. Really enjoyed them. Here I'm just slowly introducing some shade to this mix. It might be way too dark, to be honest. Such a huge jump. Yeah. You can go back. I think it was 2-3 streams ago or something. It has me looking on Discord in the thumbnail. I think that was the stream, so if you're interested, you can always look it up. But yeah, thanks again, man. Thanks for joining the fray. It's a good day, thanks. Yeah, I'm just starting. It's still pretty rough and very patchy. We're just slowly introducing some shades here. But yeah, what we did yesterday was all these checkerboard patterns on his shoulder, on his claw, and on his knee pad. Kind of hard to see there. But yeah, that was fun actually. Always fun to do stuff like that. I like freehands. That's where I can shine most of the time. Oh yeah. So my recipe is also one gray, which is a cold light gray white. And to this I mix Thunderhawk blue and some Ashen gray. Yeah, thanks for plugging the YouTube. Pointless. I have been starting to upload the first 2 videos to a YouTube channel that I created a couple days ago. Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna upload more. My goal is to upload all the streams to this channel. And if I find the time to make specific videos on topics or just specifically made videos for YouTube, I will start another channel. This will be the live upload channel. That's the plan, at least. I think that makes the most sense. Moose, what's up, mate? Glad to see you. Looking very nice. Now the apron is shaded. Very nice. I'm pretty good, man. How are you? Glad to see you, man. Yeah, just don't worry, man. Lurk as much as you like. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by or saying hello. And yeah. Lurking is a good thing. Might still be a little blue. But I wanted some blue tint to it. And we're gonna buff it up later. I think I should focus more on grays in the shadows, at least a little bit. Yeah, nice to have you guys. Like I said, we finished the checkerboard patterns last stream yesterday. Was fun, and we began shading his apron, rather. I think we're dark enough with ash and gray. I was thinking going even darker, but then the cloak won't be looking light gray or gray anymore. It will start looking, I mean, it should look light gray or white-ish with a more dirty, darker shade. But I don't want it to look too dark. Still, it should be red as white. Yo, Chris. What's up, man? Enjoy lurking. Amos, tired. Managed to mess up my tau assembly, cause I'm a noob. But I'll get there. Was going to try base coating with an airbrush, but I'm a bit unsure. What did you mess up? Did you just build them wrong and you noticed later on, or didn't parts stick together? Didn't the gluing work, or yeah, or what went wrong? And also, yeah, base coating with an airbrush is pretty nice. Can recommend, especially for larger projects, larger armies. But I tend to mess up as well, assembly. I think my weak spot is building. One of my weakest spots I have to work on to get better at. I kind of like the shading. We have to clean it up a little. So we take our base coat and just mix it vaguely with our shade mix. Don't get it to blue as well. Add enough ash and gray to mute it a little bit. Add some more glaze medium to the mix. Add some water. Not too much, so you get this kind of milky consistency. And then we will start just dotting a little bit and blending it out as well as we can. Just smooth things out. This can take a little while, but it's very effective. Yeah, got the poses, then realized I'd forgotten the aerial pieces on the side of the helmets, so glued them on. And then the arms don't fit with the guns so close to the heads. My bad, I do painting and assembly, so it can be fixed. Yeah, painting and assemblies can be good, but sometimes you paint in assemblies and then you assemble stuff and you figure out that you basically have to destroy your painted parts because they will kind of have a lot of friction when you put them together. I had this on shoulder pads with Deathwing Knights, suddenly scraping against his headpiece, and was really messy. One thing I can always recommend is dry fitting as much as possible. Like, really make a plan how you're gonna put things together. I mean, it's easier said than done sometimes, but I ran into these kind of problems as well. That's what I wanted to say here. But then, if they are not painted yet, it's not a biggie. It sucks the most when everything is already painted. Don't give up, man. Keep trying. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it just right. But yeah, that kind of sucks. But yeah, it happens to the best. So don't beat yourself up too bad. Here I'm looking to reduce the patchiness as much as possible, smooth everything out as much as possible as well before we go into highlighting. Now I'm more looking to establish a midtone, make it dominant. It's this kind of light gray. It's more of a glazing style. You've been awake since 8:30 yesterday morning. Didn't you work? So you woke up, you went to work, you came home, but you never went to sleep again? That's rough. I mean, sometimes I stay up pretty late as well, but usually at a certain point I just go to bed. I don't really work that way. Also, streamers that stream for 24 hours, I can't wrap my head around it. I mean, it's exhausting for them, but these streamers just go for 12 hours, 14 hours. It's pretty crazy. Just painting, just playing non-stop, day after day. I mean, it would be different for me if I would do this full time. Would spend way more time. That's a really good mid-tone. It smoothes out everything pretty well. I'm quite happy so far how this looks. Just have to be careful to not be touching his skin or other parts. Yeah, painting white is pretty hard because paints tend to be very chalky. It's very hard to get those transitions. Then you can easily be too bright or too dark and all these things. I feel you, man. White isn't easy. But what I can recommend is a good glaze medium. And think more in a mid-tone. White is not really about painting white. It's more about painting grayscales. And then you can ask yourself, do you want to paint a warm white or a cold white or more of a neutral kind of white? Because when you look at this, most of this is just gray. There's almost no white. To be honest, there's no white in here. Even that highlight on the corner of his thing isn't white. I'll add some also on gray later on for the highlights. Maybe I even add just a tiny bit of white here and there for the very peak highlights. But painting white, or the secret to it, is not painting white. And that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but definitely want to paint in gray tones. And it hasn't to be painted to the level that I'm going for here. I'm just looking to be as neat as possible here. You're not crap, man. Don't tell that stuff to you. I wouldn't do that. I don't think you're crap. Just take your time, man. Don't beat yourself up too bad if stuff doesn't look exactly like you want to, or not even close even. The only thing I could tell you is to just look at what you like, what you don't like, and look for solutions, what you can do. And try out stuff. Yeah, agree was pointless. Like I said, go from an off color. It could be grays are perfect, and you can take a neutral gray and add something like Carrack Stone to it, or Baneblade Brown to make it warmer. Or you could add Thunderhawk Blue, rust gray, or some coolish gray color to buff it up, or to just change the hue. And here we're working with a cold gray, almost a green gray. It's like a weird color. It's almost like a teal. Yeah, and like I said, I'm looking to remove all the patchy parts. If I see some coffee stains here or there. Odoros Stench, welcome to the stream, brother. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for joining. As you can see, we are painting a Pain Boy. And it wasn't that painful after all. Painting his apron right now. Trying getting it as smooth as possible. And after that, we will paint all the stuff on his apron. His little saw, the hook, the leather rig. Yeah. By the way, I raided AC the other day. I was talking to him a little bit. It's funny that last year he got bronze in 40k vehicle / large miniature, and I got bronze too. Same year, but he got it at Adapticon and I got it at Spiel. He's painting. He's working for Slanesh right now, and I will be working for Korn. So it's gonna be like a demon face off. Should also be careful to not touch his boots. But as you can see, now I added a little bit more of that Ulson gray. And we're just slowly working ourselves up. And it gets smoother and smoother. Looking for all these little coffee stains, or if I get small paint splodges or brush marks. That's what we're looking for to smooth out. We don't want to go into the deepest recesses anymore unless we notice like obvious mistakes that we should fix. Death for German cousin. Yeah, no, it's just a joke. I think it's funny. He's a nice guy. I was talking to him a little bit. I will meet him at Spiel this year, I guess. I think he will be coming over. That's what he's working on right now. So yeah, that's also always fun to meet different artists on or at competitions. I mean, so far I haven't even started on my piece, so who knows if I will ever finish it in time. But I want to stay positive and think that I will. The earlier we can finish this Pain Boy, the sooner we can start on the next project. I think we can start adding even more Corex. Oh no, it's not Corex, it's Ultron Gray. Of course, I want to be very careful now and cover less and less area the brighter I get, and leave some of that mid-tone and previous highlights still showing. It's also a little bit like layering, covering less and less area. And it's kind of hard sometimes to be thinking about how much area you should cover with your with all your stages. In general, for me, I tended to cover too little, so I was always too precise with my chunky highlights as well. And all of a sudden, my following stages would just cover everything again. And that can be very brutal when you spend like days for a single highlight stage on a couple miniatures, and then you just cover it all up and it's barely even visible. I've done stuff like that where I lost days of work. And nowadays I try to keep that in mind. But we're making pretty good progress actually. I started to already feel that we are taking too long for this miniature. I have to get some progress done, I have to get finished. And while that's true, it's still about warm-up. But then I feel like we are improving right now. We are getting more precise, faster, and yeah, just in general, the precision and details getting smaller, more crisp. Shades are getting smoother. I take more time for each part, which is a very important aspect. If you rush too much, you... how can I describe it? If I rush too much, I don't really look at things, you know? On the fly it looks pretty well, but once I slow down a little and I keep looking at it for longer, it just bothers me. I'm just not happy with... like his skin. His skin is a perfect example. It looks pretty good on stream, and it even looks decent in person, but there are many spots and areas where I'm not really happy. Considering how my quality has been going up constantly over these streams, but the skin is still in that old universe, that moment when I started painting again. So I kind of want to improve on there a little bit, make it more coherent with all the other parts I've painted. Yeah, refining takes the most time. It's worth it, for sure. Lack of patience is generally what can define a good mini from a great mini. Yeah, speed is not the answer, I agree. You know, I'm looking to find this balance. Because you can take years for a single miniature, just perfecting it, and it can be amazing. But my goal is to be very efficient, precise, good quality, but also being able to paint armies in less than 10 years, you know. So I want to be efficient and precise at the same time. So I want to have like the heavy metal approach. They are going for maximum quality, but they also have to get stuff done, since they are cranking out so many miniatures these days. I mean, it must be crazy with all these releases, all these miniatures in the pipeline. And in general, they have them finished a long time before they release them. That's always how it is. So the heavy metal team has a shit ton of work to do. Yeah, I think it could go brighter in some areas. I agree with you even. Also, it's not really crisp. It's not really that smooth. There are areas that I like about his skin, especially that perspective I think is pretty good. Like the shading on his tricep here, and even his shoulders quite neat. But what I don't like is, I think his face could use a lot more precision and sharpness, and also his left arm. I'm not really convinced. It's still pretty sketch. But I think we are making decent progress with this apron. Now we're gonna add even more Ulthon to buff it even more up. To make it almost seem like the white we are going for, or we were going for. Maybe it's too much, I'm too fast, but I think it's a good time to introduce the base color again. Just very carefully introducing these highlights. But I feel you can already see that silky feeling. Yeah, while painting, you don't really have to be too afraid about backseating. In the end, I'm gonna do what I want to do, but I appreciate ideas, and I also think stuff like buffing up a skin, it could be a little bit brighter and stuff, is wonderful feedback. So yeah, thanks for that. You don't have to be on a certain level to give feedback. You can still tell me what your opinion is. Does it feel right, or does it feel off to you? But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with this part. I think the white is turning out pretty neat. And we are pretty fast. Sometimes it can take a long time to get all these folds and all these different gradients working. I'm working with minuscule amounts here. It's not a lot of paint that I'm moving around. And also you have to remember that I'm using a ton of glaze medium as well. It just helps so much breaking up these paints. Yeah, giving you a quick look at how things are going right now. I feel I could add a little bit more shade into that recess here. Feels a little bit too bright. And I think I need a little bit more shading between those saw teeth, those individual teeth. I want some rather soft drop shadow all around. You're really making me want to go back to true metallic metal, I will say. Not a big thing. My non-metallic metal is awful. Dude, I don't think it's awful, but it can be very tricky, for sure. I mean, true metallic metal is... I like it, man. I just like this change of materials or just play with different materials. I think it's super fun. And on a tabletop, I don't know. Like if you got stuff like chainmail and just armor and it's metal, I like it. I still like non-metallic metal. It's not like I don't like it at all, but I think true metallic metal has a certain vibe that I personally prefer for army projects, and in general I just like it. In the future I might do some non-metallic metal work. But so far I'm enjoying it too much to paint true metallics. And it is some kind of goal for me to get really good at it. Maybe once I'm very good, I will focus more on non-metallics. I mean, when you shade certain things like skin or even this little tarp here, little apron, it is kind of like non-metallics. No, don't worry, Pointless. Take your time. I know you're tired as well, so don't worry, man. No worries. No worries at all. I think we can edge our light a little bit just to see how bright pure Ultron Gray is now. Get a better feeling. And hell, it's so bright. It looks like pure white if you look at it right now. But it's not even close to pure white. It's close. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but still. You can see how bright a light gray can be. When you introduce it in a way like this. Yeah, most likely. And then you got guys like Gustav Klimt. I think he used, I mean, mostly he used like patterns and different aspects, but I think he also used some gold foil or something. I'm not sure right now. I might be telling stuff that's not true. But for some reason, I thought of him right away. I love his work. He's one of the great artists. Bob Ross. Yeah, he's the greatest. No mistakes, only happy little accidents. It's a great mindset, actually. It's a great mindset. We're trying to be super neat with these edge highlights. I want them to be sharp and uniform and streamlined. I will add some blood to the cloak, just not right now. I'm going to do it once I'm done, so we can equally splatter it all over everything at once. Already messed up here and there, but we're not done. We're still working our way around this. English is hard today. Yeah, take your time, Pointless. I'll be here. No, I don't stream. I have the personality of a warm turd, but I'm an engineer. What do you expect? But if we're going back when my inspiration would have been Vincent van Gogh, me too. I get regular views, which is surprising. I mean, Van Gogh is amazing. Van Gogh. I heard something in the house and I'm the only one here. Oh God. Careful, man. Don't let them get you. Songs your workplace? I didn't even listen. looking for places to highlight still. We're not done after this. We will get a last blending going on. Because now having these super sharp edge highlights, we can blend it and kind of pull it into the midtone for a little bit, if that makes any sense. So we have these bright highlights and these light grayish base tone or shading, and I don't want just to have a sharp line everywhere. I want to have like a soft transition. So we're taking this white or this ultron gray and moving the pigments towards the edge highlight, and it kind of pulls it all together. That's the plan, at least. Can you see that properly? This is looking sharp, sir. The readability and the detail is really nice. Great work, mate. Thank you. Thank you, Mars. Means a lot. Sometimes you think, am I the only one who likes this? But glad to hear you like it too. I'm not always happy with my work, but I think this white is turning out to be quite nice. Glad to hear it. And with these soft highlights here and there, we enforce the feeling of it being a white apron and not just gray. I think we can be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, we still have the outer edges, which I have to kind of shade too. Also, I want to add some white into the mix just for the very peak highlights. I'm gonna use for this, I'm gonna try something new. I started yesterday as some dead white from Vallejo. Vallejo. Just a tiny little bit. We don't need much. That was too much already. I mix it a little bit with that Ulthorn gray, and there you can see like the hue difference or the value difference in brightness. We're gonna pull it to the most outstanding edges that we can find. And I also don't want to run it along the entire edge just now. I really want to focus on like pointy edges or just very strong concaves. Can be a very nice touch to add these peak blink points. I hate everything I paint finish. It goes in the cabinet downstairs and I never look at it again. But I enjoy painting it. Weird. But then Infernal Brush, aka Dave Perryman, Slayer Sword winner, says the same. I think it's a reason, there's a reason why you get this good. If you get this good, and it's true for me as well, like for my progress, you only improve when you are not satisfied yet. And when there's some goal you're following. There are people that paint for 10 years and they don't change a thing. And that's okay too, but I mean, for Dave, his stuff is so perfect, it's so smooth. It doesn't even make sense, to me at least, because I don't know many people that can even get close. I mean, there's a I don't know how to say it. There's a healthy amount of self-criticism. And there's also an amount that is just a little bit much, in my opinion. I still, like, there are points where I'm very happy with my paint jobs, actually. There are paint jobs that I like a lot. But then there are paint jobs that I don't like or things that I don't like. And I'm very honest about it. I'm not looking to beat myself up. But then I want to be honest. And if I don't like something, I will search for the reason why I don't like it. And if I can identify it, I will try to work on it. Sorry, it's hard to see right now. I just had the perfect angle for these highlights. Had to take advantage of it. Yo, Shagun! What's up? Nice to see you. Yeah, thanks, man. I've been working on that apron. And yeah, it's starting to look quite okay. I mean, I could spend more time, and there are still some spots and some recesses that could be painted better, but I mean, I want to finish this thing at some point. So we are not really cutting corners, but trying to be reasonable. Just trying to be reasonable. I messed up on this side for some reason. Misplaced a highlight there. And now it's a mess. Oh yeah, and I noticed this already. Thanks for mentioning. So yeah, it almost came loose, yeah. Tired and keep nodding off. Man, go to sleep. Don't worry, man. If you're struggling that much, dude, just get some sleep. Yes, I agree. Change is an effect. When I started painting, models were metal, and I used to paint for model shop display alongside a Golden Demon winner, lol. A guy called Richard Koenig. He was brilliant. Two bronze demons, 80s and 90s era. Fraser Gray was king, lol. Yeah, I love entries from that time. They have this distinct feel about them that I truly love about Warhammer from that time. It's hard to create something these days that's comparable. No, my palette is getting super messy. Going for a kind of polish now. Looking for anything that's not looking too good. And I'm working with a more of a mid-tone here to just blend everything together as much as possible. reduce the patchiness as much as possible, even though you will still be able to see some patches, some brush strokes, and it would take me even longer to perfect it all. I've been doing so all day, but I have so much housework to do before the parents get back from Turkey tomorrow. Ah, I got you. You have been slacking, huh? Have you been slacking? Dude, I remember my 18th birthday when I had a party at my dad's house, basically. And my dad was gone for the night. Uh, I don't even have that many people over. Maybe we were maybe 10 people. But we all got so drunk that I totally lost control. And I couldn't even watch over anybody anymore. And everything from there went to shit. And the next day, my dad came back, and of course, he wasn't amused because the place was messy. And yeah, that is that. He wasn't happy about it. And we had to cut some wood in the winter to compensate. To be honest, that's the only catastrophic party that I did. Yeah, it was bad. My dad even when I was 18, my dad went with me to the grocery store. He bought me beer and stuff. Like it was my 18th birthday. Of course, I'm gonna drink. But we weren't prepared for what came because friends came over. They brought even more alcohol and spirits and stuff. Like I'm so glad that's over. Nowadays, I don't drink at all. Very rarely I drink like a beer when you have barbecue or something, but I almost never drink. Yeah, I mean, that could be me too. Procrastination. I'm very good at that. I'm a master at procrastinating everything. All right. That doesn't look too bad. Gonna add some highlights to the sides here. Finish it off. And then we're gonna, I think, block in all the parts on his apron with black. Oh, you just post it. I will look at it later. We want to have a look. Yeah, always share, man. And by the way, I saw stuff. You painted those Skaven, right? Weren't these Skaven from you that I was looking at? Dude, I really liked those. Those were painted really well, in my opinion. They had great volume, they had a great look. They had this, yeah, they had the right vibe for me. I like them a lot. So yeah, in my opinion, don't even tell yourself that you're super bad or anything. I don't even think so. I think you even have talent from what I've seen. I think that cloak is pretty decent now. Could glaze some more white in between here. I feel like it's good enough for what it is. And I will see the true effect when I block in with black. Let's see if that black on my palette is still good to go. But I think so it is. Are we in focus? Pretty much. I'll start to block in the saw first. Gotta be careful. Definitely don't want to touch the white. Yeah. Just thinking about it. I mean, it's also like, you have to do it today, but you're not doing it today. You're like, okay, I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm gonna chill today. Tomorrow is a day. There's a day as well. But then you never do it. It's not just thinking, in my opinion, it's also just rearranging all the time. You tell yourself, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow for real, but then again, you're like, okay, tomorrow. One of the best ways or methods against it, in my opinion, is do it before you think. Just do it. The more you think, the less likely it is that you're going to do it. Making a non-existent plan. Yeah, when you block out those parts, I think it will be looking very nice and clean. Lots of awkward angles. With stuff like this, you have to turn the miniature all the time to not be forgetting some angles. I need more water in that black. Sorry guys, I'm not moving the palette right now. It's just me picking up black from the palette. Not much to see there. Just added a little bit of water so it flows a little easier into the recesses. The just do it normally ends up wrong. A more intellectual approach can work wonders. We can take chances, but thinking does help. I agree with you. I think, or what I meant is sometimes you know something is right and correct. You know you have to do it. It's not like you have to think about it too much. It's just like taking action. And that's what I'm advocating for. Just take action when you already know that it's the right move. Of course, when you're like a skateboarder and you see a set of stairs, don't just jump down there. Take a look first. Think about it first. 100%. But with procrastination, it's mostly decisions you have made already, like, or you know you have to buy groceries or something like that. There's not that much thinking about it. Or sometimes you have like a gut feeling, you have like an instinct where you're like, I have to do this. This is the right time to do it right now. But then if you think too much, you can talk yourself out of just a spontaneous thing. And of course, stuff can go wrong, and maybe you taking the wrong route, but sometimes you miss opportunities that you just had for a brief moment of time. And then you start thinking, start doubting, start thinking, oh no, it's impossible, it couldn't happen, this and that. There's like a balance to it, of course. Sometimes it's really good to have a second or even a third thought, and sometimes you only have that one moment to make a decision. Or then maybe you are looking to start your own business, and like your gut feeling tells you, I can do this. I actually have what I need and this and that. But then your thoughts come in and tell you, no, that doesn't make any sense. You have to take care of so many things. You have to do this and that. And all of a sudden it becomes so overwhelming that you're like paralyzed or just afraid, and then you won't do it. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it can hold you back. How did I mess that up? But yeah, I was talking about stuff like doing housework, doing the dishes, and you know, you have to do it. You have the time to do it right now, but just not feeling like it. And sometimes then just saying, let's do it. Just do it now. Don't even think about it. Stand up and start getting to it. Yeah. We always back away from things we don't want to. I hate gardening, but I have to cut the hedge at some point. However, putting some color on a mini, nah, do it, lol. Yeah. Yeah, that's way easier. Absolutely. That angle's nasty. Like a very weird angle here. Kind of afraid I'm gonna touch that white again. Do it. And with do it, I mean paint the recess, not touch the white. I was lucky, I guess. I ate too much before stream. I feel so full. Still, and it's like 2 hours ago now. But it was good. It's actually very tasty. Did some grounded beef with brown sauce and noodles. Some very rather German kind of food. Any of you guys love to cook? Chat? Anybody? Any passionate cooks? Any passionate chefs? I mean, Pointless should be very passionate about food. It sounded like he's cooking more often than not. I hope you can see what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm not moving the miniature as much as I did in my first streams. My first streams, I was all over the place, and I might still be here and there, but I feel like I've gotten better at it. Well, then, like this, my hand should be in the way. This is a super weird part here. Some metallic part, and it just fades into the cloak in a weird way, and I can't really tell what is what. I painted just how I see it. Yeah. Simple, quick, and efficient student shit. I'm pretty good at this as well. I eat a shit ton of oatmeal. I eat a lot of pizza and just noodles with pesto. I'm very good at this too, but I like to cook as well. Cook some good food. Every now and then. But I don't do it too often, not as often as I could be. Making sure I hit all the angles here. And then we can already start painting all the other stuff. I will start with the metallics, so we have the messy stuff out of the way as soon as possible. I might also wait with my cleanup until it is all done, just because I might hit parts multiple times. And if I clean it up now too much and I mess up later again, I have to crack all these colors open again. Did we forget anything? I wonder how it's gonna look with all the blood splatters on there later on. Getting into these super tiny recesses where the saw hits his knee. If you go a little bit too far, you're already messing up. Super awkward angle again. Always have something better to do. Yeah. For me, it's doing laundry, man. Doing the laundry. Oh, God, I hate it so much. But then you have to do it, otherwise you have nothing to wear. That sucks even more. But yeah, I despise it. Trying to be neat here. Also, some of the previous work I done, we can do some recess shading here. Just increase the contrast. Some panel lining. Almost there. Yeah, I love my mom's cooking. She was visiting me last month. Cooked some very nice food. Now I have to cook myself again. But to be honest, it's more like order myself. A lot of times I'm too lazy to get into it. think that's good enough. Makes him look so much different just by adding a little bit of shading. Who's your favorite mini painter artist? Wow. There are many artists. I'd say from where I came originally, concept art, game art. One of my absolute favorites would be Brad Rickney. He's one of the lead artists at Magic the Gathering. He does incredible stuff, all from the top of his head. Super realistic, absolutely insane. Then you got another artist I dig a lot is Phil Hale. He does a lot of oil. Phil Hale. Amazing works. There's Wang Wai, one of the original Blizzard artists. Cole Eastburn. Rondis, Dave Raposa, Miles Johnson for sure. There's so many great artists, man. Some of my favorites. There are more. Some of them I don't have their names on top of my head. And when it comes to mini painting, I'd say Paul Norton, one of the big heavy metal guys. I love his work. It's just so precise and so amazing. Infernal Brush, of course. David Perryman. I adore his work for how smooth and crisp it is. But there are more. Shagun, for example. I love this guy. Amazing artist, very inspiring. Yeah, there are a lot of artists. A lot of them that are very good. Who are yours, Mus? Everybody, tell me your favorite artist in general and your favorite mini painter. Love to know who you like. Yeah, it's Perryman. No, that's his last name. I mean, most people only know him as Infernal Brush. Yeah, it was a blast meeting him. I was a Patreon of his before already, but after that I was like, yeah, definitely the right guy to support. Super humble, super nice guy. While being absolutely goated. Okay, I think we blocked out enough. Should be enough to get going here. Guys, consider following the stream. Also, we got a Discord going where you, the viewer, can post his or her works, and I will take a look at it and give you feedback. If you want specific advice, let me know. I'm going to do my best, give you pointers to get you on your way. Maybe you need a different perspective on your work. Yes, thanks, Pointless. Discord is in chat right now. consider joining it. I still have many plans for this channel. I'm not planning to give up. So we're gonna be live every other day, sometimes 3 days in a row, usually at 8 p.m. in the evening. That's my usual time. Sometimes a little bit later. I mean, I'm called late man for a reason. So don't be mad at me if I'm a little bit late. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna come. Since we have that black on our brush, we can do some other parts. Oh, and then I was thinking yesterday after stream, I looked at the model and was searching or looking for parts I could do next, and I was pretty certain on doing his apron. And when we are having the grace or living room check, kitchen check. Okay. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, when we are using this gray, we could use it already to block in some of these syringes. It's actually a pretty good time because that's gonna be the base color for them as well. Before we're gonna add some blood effects into there. Just start base coating them right now. Why not? Just have to be careful to not be ruining things already finished. Normally I use black as a base coat for glass. Then I paint in the liquid and add white highlights or reflections to the glass. But here is the first time I'm gonna use like white or light gray as a backdrop for glass. Excited how it's gonna look in the end. But I want to mimic the box art as much as possible, and they did it this way, so we're gonna follow along. I'm a well fan, to be honest. Was it Nightbot that censored you for some reason? Oh, did you do that? I think he nails it, in my humble opinion. But I love Night Shift on YouTube. He does such a good job. Miniac and Ninjon. The latter has done some exceptional work, but then Marco Frisoni and David Cray have to be there. Yeah, what is this? ... I don't know what it is. Is it Nightbot? I don't think he's programmed to censor. But yeah, I think Ninjon, he surprised me last Golden Demon. I think he did a great entry. It was pretty impressive, pretty high level. He's a pretty decent artist, actually. Sometimes you underestimate these YouTubers. Yeah, this one too. Base coat, this syringe, this vial. We're not in focus, really. Sorry. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it's some phrase that Twitches or Nightbot is picking up on. Gonna check it again. I checked it a couple times. I reined it back a lot. He shouldn't be aggressive to anybody that's here regularly. And also, he's way more tolerant of stuff. I think you can like spam like 100 emotes before he even does anything. Don't know what it is. Kind of weird. Ninja's work was super. Was very impressed. He comes across a bit of a laugh, but I think he takes it very seriously. Nice to see. Yeah, he's kind of and I don't mean it in a bad way, but he's kind of a clown in a good way, in a funny way. It's this kind of humor, but then what I mean, he's not to be underestimated. I think he delivered, and he produced some very high level paint job actually. Also, his feeling for colors and color schemes is pretty strong. I like his stuff. I mean, I don't know. Did he place? I can't even remember if he. No, I'm not sure. I think he got commanded at least, or commanded, rather. I still have no clue what to do with that thing on his back. That pump, or whatever it is. Let me look at box art once more. It's just gonna be painted black. I mean, that's easy. Night Shift is a YouTube channel. He does mainly 1 to 35 armor, so the scale. Really worth the watch. His work and his channel is super watchable, no joke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I like vehicles, even though I don't paint them that much, or very rarely. It's just that they are usually that huge and take so long. That's what usually keeps me from painting them. But then again, I won my first Golden Demon with a vehicle, so I shouldn't be that scared. I still have so many great vehicles that I want to paint. I have that Excelsior Land Raider and the Rhino from Warhammer World. I wasn't there by myself. I got it from eBay, but I know that it's rather rare. And it's a super dope model. Not very often they produce stuff like this, where they actually adapt and change whole Land Raider. But these command tanks are just so lit. Can't wait to paint them. At some point I want to paint a giant vehicle like a Land Raider. Then it's Deathwing, of course. It's gonna be Deathwing Land Raider. I mean, I could paint a Greenwing Land Raider as well. It wouldn't be against lore. Oh yeah, weathering. So impressive when you can pull it off. Super believable. I'm gonna look at him, man. Definitely. You intrigue me. Very intriguing. Oh my god, I just noticed something. Do you see that this syringe is crooked? Somehow I broke it, it seems like. Don't know how that happened, but yeah. I have to add some glue into there and be very careful with this. Before stream, I smacked my camera against the miniature or something happened. Oh no, it was my tablet. Maybe it happened there. RIP. That's no biggie. As long as I can keep it and glue it back on, it's gonna be alright. When I lose it, that's when this thing starts sucking. Yeah, before we move on with his apron, we gonna be base coating those syringes. So we are done with that color for now. Would be a shame to let it dry and not be base coating this right now. Well, like the Olson Gray for the base coat. The blue tint helps a lot, or the blue hue. Now that I put more and more effort into this, I wished I built this miniature and I could have built it better. And that's something else I've noticed. Once you really get into a miniature, all the time savers you kind of did earlier, or the more rough parts where you told yourself it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, later on you're gonna kick yourself in the butt for just being sloppy early on, because later on in a paint job, at least for me, I tend to get more and more accurate and more precise, and I spend more time. My painting level increases, and if I cut corners in the beginning, it's gonna annoy me later because my standard is gonna increase during the paint job. It's really hard to describe for me, but it's the best I can do right now. It's just I get better and better over the course of a paint job. But then with each new paint job, I start like lower as well. Unless I just finished a very neat paint job. I can usually translate that neatness to the next miniature. But yeah, for some reason I tend to start less neat and increase gradually over the paint job. And then I just get mad at myself for not being neat right away. Like with the skin. I have a lot of things on the skin that I don't like yet. But I'm pretty happy with the true metallic metals. Are you going over the metallics with non-metallic paint? No. Pointless pointed it out perfectly. I'm painting the little glass elements of the syringes, just base coating them. After I'm gonna drop some red in there. Let me show you the box art. Here. You can see those little syringes here. The base coat is like a gray. And that's what I'm trying to mimic. I don't think I would, or I should have painted them like completely white. It's a little bit of a waste. But then over, also in gray, the red should cover even better. That's my hope. A good base coat is key. Being too sloppy or too rushed on the base coat can mess up everything. Because you have a patchy base coat, and when you then are looking to create smooth transitions and everything, you still have to deal with that patchy base coat all the time that shines through every other layer. So having a base coat super solid and clean helps so much. It seems tedious and a little bit too time intensive, but it saves you time later on and makes the later stages more fun. Yo, Matt Mert, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. I know exactly who you are, and yeah, glad to see you, man. Thanks for the nice words. Yeah, thank you so much. I started streaming like 10 days ago, and I really enjoy it so far. Yeah, welcome. I hope you're doing great, man. Matt, how are you doing? How's life for you? Hope you're having a great time. Do you still live in the same city. Just curious, because we haven't spoken in a while. But I've seen some of your drawings on Instagram. I like them. You were always pretty talented when it came to like cartoons and stuff. I liked that a lot. Let me show this little guy for a second, because I'm only doing base coats. I bring him closer a little bit so you can actually see something. Now you can see the globe better as well. It's easier to see it. Just turning them slowly. Some quick 360. All right. Yeah, I've missed your first stream, unfortunately. Currently, I'm in Osnabrück. We'll go back to Hamburg in a year. Oh, yeah. I mean, Osnabrück is way smaller. Is way, it's way more chill than Hamburg, right? Are you looking forward to go back to Hamburg? Thanks, man. I recently started drawing again, learning fundamentals and stuff. I'd say you got quite good fundamentals, but or talent for sure. Fundamentals, do you talk about like anatomy studies and like life drawing? That's always nice. Or just color theory. Toilet check. Anatomy and stuff. Oh yeah. I have some really nice books on anatomy from my art career, my fine art career, still in my bookshelf. Very expensive books that go into all the details for artists. Very good. I was obsessing back in the day about human anatomy, how to paint it, how to shade it. What helped me the most learning anatomy, it seems a little bit counterintuitive, but I would use like old or even newer Marvel comics or Spider-Man comics and stuff, because they exaggerate anatomy in a very nice way, in a very learnable way, in a very recognizable way. Because when you start painting real people in front of you, it's so hard to dissect all the different muscle groups and create like all these shapes out of your head. But yeah, I would do as much as possible. If you can do some like some real life studies as well, that's pretty good. I had great opportunities when I was studying illustration in Hamburg. Painted a lot of people. a lot of real life drawing. Or life drawing, for that matter. Base coat should be neat enough. One more layer. But that helps before I will start to add the liquids in there, which is going to be fun as well. I like painting stuff like that. Yeah, you mean the Marvel? Or you mean like real life, life painting? I mean, Marvel, they have like the weirdest poses, of course, but I just learned so much just painting these figures, coming from doing actual anatomy studies, but then looking at the Marvel figures, they gave me real good pointers. Like, okay, a hip has kind of this shape, and a shoulder has kind of this shape, and when you turn your body or you kind of adjust your ankles, you get so many different poses where you can kind of learn them, and then when you paint life again, you keep recognizing those features in reality, so you know where that came from. So I think a balance of both, painting life or drawing life, and then also doing these kind of studies, then study all the muscles in the body, like bodybuilding content can be very helpful for anatomy because you see all the muscles. When you got a normal person in live painting, sometimes you can't see a single muscle. It's just all one blob, and it's kind of hard to understand the anatomy then. Nah, the ghoul's taking a nap. It was just next door with their van. Oh yeah, just a few chores. I hope you get everything done, mate. But sometimes parents always find something, you know. Parents are pretty good at finding something. Looks pretty clean already. But then there is this angle on the left side, on the back side of these syringes, that's very hard to reach. I feel like it's gonna be hard to paint it while showing it to you, but maybe when I flip it on its head, it should be easier. Yeah, that works. That works. More work? I don't know what to do with these little thingies. I'm gonna paint them later. They're not really gray. Chasing the ghost. Maybe you got some raccoon running around in the house. Looking good. Just a couple final touches on his syringes and we should be good on that front. You can't see it right now, I'm sorry. Maybe from here it's better. The other side looks all right. And then we are ready for metallics again. We have to finish off his saw and his hook. It's hanging from his rig. All right, looks fine to me. Huh. Let me see, do I have some small piece of paper? That should be good enough. Have to move that down a little bit. This is gonna be for metallics now. I want to do these base coats today still. So we need lead belcher and also, what was it, screaming bell. Sorry for the noise. Bear with me. So we're gonna do my grimy metallic recipe, and that is one part lead belcher and the other part is gonna be, like I said, screaming bell. But where do I have it? Oh no, it's not screaming bell, I'm lying. It's Warplock bronze. This one. So one part lead belcher, one part Warplock bronze. What it does is it gives that metallic, sorry again, it gives that metal a more oily, grimy look. Can you see that on stream? You should be able to. No, you can't. Sorry. Gonna move this palette a little bit. There you go. So there you can see lead belcher and Wablock bronze. Gonna mix them up 1-to-1, but I need a different brush. That's not the right brush. Where's my metallic brush? There it is. I gotta be careful. I don't want to use one of my actual neat brushes for metallics. So yeah, we're gonna make a 1-to-1, like so. Add a little bit of water. Luckily I have some drops of water on my palette that I can use. And that should be alright. Now the ghoul is taking a nap. It was just next door with her fan. Doing a few chores. Okay, downstairs tidy. Glad to hear that, brother. I'm actually pleased that it is done. I believe you. I believe you, mate. Always the best when you finally did it and you stop procrastinating. Stop thinking about it. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's somewhat of a brownish metal, and I totally love that about that recipe. It's one of my new favorite base coats for metallics when you going for some grimy kind of look. I want to apply it to all the metallics here. Now we have to be extra careful because touching the white with metallics, it's gonna suck. It's not gonna be pretty. Oh, laundry and ironing, man. Oh, you're going crazy. All in one day? You're gonna make me look bad. Pointless is way too productive, man. I can't keep up. Meanwhile, my place looks like a bomb went off. So messy. It's not like filthy, it's just messy. It's just a lot of stuff laying around and a lot of chaos. Also, when I rearranged my streaming room, my studio here, I threw a lot of stuff out that I didn't want to have in here anymore. And all of a sudden it's just in my my hallway. Still haven't found a place where to put it. Got too much stuff. I mean, I have a basement. I could just bring it all down there. But I know the moment I bring anything to the basement, I could just throw it away. Because I never go to the basement to look for stuff. If it's down there, the next time I'm gonna see it is when I move. Probably. Yeah. Is that leather? I think so. I don't want to base coat the wrong stuff. Yeah, the base coat is going along, or coming along pretty well. Coverage is pretty neat too. With that Warlock bronze. I was thinking about maybe picking out some of these parts with just lead belcher, get some variety going. But to be honest, I like this base coat so much, I like this recipe so much. And it's not a huge difference doing it with only lead belcher. It's just better adding it for orcs, in my opinion. For orcs, it just looks so good. I would also use this kind of stuff on tanks or just grimy, oily engines and stuff. Should be perfect. Then we're gonna add some agrax to the shade to keep tinting it or changing it to a more rusty, oily tone. I hope my new desk arrives next week. I've been waiting for so long now. And somehow, yeah, the delivery day just changed every day. Every few hours they changed the time, and I was home. I did home office and had to arrange it with my work to be at home at the time, and then they didn't show up. They tell me we're gonna be here until 5 p.m. Then they told me 8 p.m. and then they told me 8 p.m. the next day. Okay. Like I can't really be at home every day waiting on a desk. But it is what it is. Just want this desk. Let me have another look at the box art. What did they do there? Just wondering how they painted. Oh, it's the pants of the gobbo are blue. That's kind of fun. What did they do? It's all brass. I just wanted to see what is brass and what is metal. I have to paint the backside as well. Be super careful. That's really easy to mess up here. Going between other painted parts. Always scary. The bottom side needs some as well. Oh. While I was talking about the bottom side, I totally forgot to paint the back side of his apron. Totally forgot about it. There's a back side too. Good morning. No! I did it! Such a dummy. Let's do our best to remove as much as possible. This is my first rodeo, so I have some tricks up my sleeve to repair. But still, a light touch is still sucks. It's not much. It's not as bad. We can still cover it with blood or with anything. It's okay. It's not as bad. I kind of want to... No, I'm going to do the back of his little tarp thing tomorrow. But we're going to add some brass. I think it was Skull Crusher brass. Sorry for the noise, only a couple seconds. We're gonna base coat the brass bits and then we are almost done for the day. That's all I was aiming for. Was get that apron painted and base coat, or I mean my goal was to finish this entire thing, but it's not gonna happen today. But tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow should be easy. And the exciting thing is, after we finish this, we're gonna look for all these vessels, all these tubes, where these liquids and blood and stuff is going through. Gonna paint those, so it's gonna be super fun. And after that, we are gonna paint this little bugger on its back, the little goblin. That little grot. And that brass is gonna be the same coloring, the same recipe as all the other brass bits on him. So right now it looks so golden. By the way, everyone watching, if you haven't followed the stream already, consider dropping a follow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be back tomorrow, but I might be back tomorrow. If I'm not back tomorrow, I'm gonna be back on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central European summertime, so around Germany. 8 p.m. It should be 7 p.m. for UK. Other than that, yeah, just follow the channel. Consider joining Discord. I will look at stuff posted in the Discord. Usually every stream. It depends on how many updates there are. If people are still busy working or haven't posted anything, I will look as soon as we got some content there. And the more of you guys join, the more content I'm gonna have, you know. The more content we have to look at. Then there were ideas for some contests maybe that we can host here. I would be open for that too. It's just I have a limited amount of time, so everything will take a little bit longer till I can realize it. Also, I have to create channel emotes, create a subscription badge. By the way, I got invited to the Twitch affiliate program now. The only thing I'm missing is my tax forms that I have to fill out. And for that, I have to start a new business, and I got that appointment at the beginning of next month. So I have to register a new business, and the earliest appointment I got is next month, so that's why it's still a little bit delayed. But I want to do everything correctly, you know, I don't want to get into any kind of trouble, so we are going the road we need to take. And after that, sorry for being out of frame, and after that we are gonna be able to have people subscribe. Super exciting. But yeah, we are well on our way. A magnifying stream. Oh, Kevin, guess what I bought today? Sorry, I read another message. A magnifying stream, so I don't have to wear those magnifying goggles anymore. Interesting. Oh, it's like a big magnifying glass. Oh, that's good. Of course, take your time on this, brother. Can have any loopholes, etc., and risking shit. Yeah, exactly. I just want to do it the right way. Register a new business for my Twitch account, and once I can fill out all those tax forms, we can go ahead and actually become subscribable. It's gonna be beginning of next month. We should be good. Once I registered that stuff, I can fill out those forms and we're good to go. Until then, we will keep streaming, and maybe then I will already be painting a Scarbrand, or working on him at least. If not painting. But he still needs to be built, a lot of gap filling and sanding. I want him to be as perfect as possible. No shortcuts. Yeah, like I said, I want to be as neat as possible, even with these base coats here. Almost done. But this looks pretty good already. The rest is leather. There are some parts metal that I need to emphasize and clean up. All right. We are looking pretty good. I think we will call it a day in just a second. Let's have one last look at this. Yeah, I'd say we made decent progress. Oh yeah, Matt, by the way, are you still drawing or have you completely transitioned to figure painting? No, I'm still drawing a little bit. Every now and then. I will never stop drawing, I think. Mostly I do it like in my breaks at work or when I'm on a phone call, or I like to draw. For example, that little space marine I have on this scene here, I drew it for the channel. And I will do more, like I will do drawings for channel emotes and stuff. That could be very fun. But yeah, one last look at this guy before we switch to Discord and have a look in there. Just one quick look at him. From different angles and elevations. There we go. Yeah, and also was thinking about streaming it, but I would have to change my setup. I would have to get Streamlabs on my other PC, and it's gonna be a little bit messy. So I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna make that, but it would be super awesome if I could be streaming me creating emotes and graphics, or even Warhammer fan art painted in on a tablet in Photoshop. All stuff that I love to do as well. Okay, let's have a look at Discord. Let's see. So, we have in work in progress, Mass is working on a Hellboy. It's funny how this guy tells us that he isn't good. I think you can already see his understanding for colors and stuff. I think he isn't as bad as he is telling us. I think he's pretty decent. Can't wait, man. Can't wait on this one. See more. Then we have some finished stuff. Ooh. Oh yeah, this from last time. Check this out, guys. It's like Hans having a DJ party, having a rave. I think that's so funny. Oh, an old school Terminator. Pray for the enemy. That's pretty badass. I like these double magazine bolters. It's freaking insane. Yeah, these super old Terminators. What? I mean, these are amazing, man. People are making them. Uh, they are resculpting these Terminators because these are so awesome. But these are some of the oldest Terminator models out there. I mean, it's not like I think it's not looking good. I think it's just awesome seeing these models. Very rarely you see them. I like it, man. I like the plate. I like. Is it like Alpha Legion or what was that paint scheme? That's 1991. Man, I was born in 89, so I was 2 years older then. Original Terminator, dude. It's old. Let's not beat about the bush. It's an old design, but that doesn't make it bad, or it isn't a me saying it's bad. So it's a original and pretty old design, but I like it a lot, man. I'm not saying this to take away anything from this paint job. Also, I like the banner. Nice freehand on there. This is like a rock or a mountain. Pretty cool. Also, those hazard stripes are pretty neat. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of different color schemes from White Dwarf magazines back in the day. Was just wondering if you had something in mind or if you were just freestyling. Also, considering it's from '91, this is amazing. This is really amazing. Thanks for sharing, man. He was 16. Yeah, it's an insanely rare mini. Oh, point is, yeah, we saw that last week. It's pretty neat. It's like some kind of Sylvanas bust. Yeah, but Mass, thanks for sharing, man. It's all love here. It's all love. It's not me uh, saying anything against that paint job. It's an amazing paint job. You don't see that stuff nowadays. And yeah, it's great to get sight of these things. I like the marble effect. Really neat marble effect. Also, I want to say sorry for last time. I just didn't take enough time looking at these. I kind of rushed through them. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's hand painted, yeah. Yeah, it's really good. So that's a very believable marble look. Very good job on this. Looks very believable. Yeah, it's very believable. Very realistic feel. Also, this slightly teal or green grayish tint there. It looks very good. Guys, if you are not on this Discord server and you want me to look at this stuff too, you want to show some of your works, join the Discord. Exclamation mark Discord, you get the link, join it, follow the channel. I appreciate it so much that you are sharing your works. Don't worry about when you painted it, how well you painted it. Just everybody's welcome. And I just like to look at stuff that you're working on right now or that you have already finished. Doesn't matter. Sharing is caring. So everybody, it was a nice stream. We are just under 3 hours. Usually we do 3 or 3.5. But I'm gonna have a rather chill Sunday now or Sunday evening. And just kick back and relax a little before the next week already arrives. And maybe I'm going to be back tomorrow evening. We're going to see. Maybe Tuesday. One or the other. I will link a Google Calendar to my stream as well. So I can somehow let you guys know when I'm streaming. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for all the engagement, all the nice comments, all the chit chat. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be back. No, I don't know yet. Maybe. Was a chill stream. Have a good, have yourself a nice evening. You too, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. Really made me happy seeing you in here today. So yeah, without further ado, thanks for tuning in again, and see you guys probably tomorrow.